Hello peeps, Deadbug Davey's back, just out and about. Lovely, lovely English side. I'm down by the paddocks. Don't know, I've pulled over here a couple of times, some nice little roads around here. Little animals up there, I don't know what they are. Right, so I'm out and about. I thought I'd get one of my bites out today because it's been a while since the weather's been so nice, and yeah, I've just been feeling a bit down in the dumps and a little bit depressed. So today I thought I would get out for the first time this year my H2. This thing is actually, hang on, before I go any further, I want to put you on wide. This thing, after I haven't ridden it for so long, honestly, you get off and your hands are like, you're just shaking. Even though I've hardly even opened it up, it's an insane bike. As you know, people like lamb chops. LCR has actually just got one of these. Unfortunately he dented his tank. I keep meaning to do a video for him to show him like a better technique to take this bike off of ABBA Skylift. I managed with it okay. It's just very awkward. You have to really be careful. There's certain little things that if you don't do right, or if you don't do them a certain way, I hate to say right or wrong, but if you don't do them a certain way, then they make your job 10 times harder when you actually come around to do something else. So maybe he'd done that, I'm not quite sure. So anyway, let's have a quick walk around my bike. I haven't really done anything to it. I've got a new screen. I'm thinking about changing to a Puig, or however you pronounce it, Puig, whatever. It's a bit different than the zero gravity, so not sure on that. I might do a video on that, see what people think, see if they prefer the zero gravity or the Puig. The Puig's kind of different, like where you see the hump in the middle and then the flat bits at the side. The Puig one, the hump in the middle, like the speed bubble, is shorter, and the bits at the side kind of stick up, so they're kind of like wings. I kind of like this one because it flows either side, so I'm not sure. Beautiful sight out here though. I must remember to take some pictures before I go. Anyway, so on my other videos I kind of hit on that I'd had this tuned. I'm not going into wheel horsepower because people call you liars and stuff like that, and everyone knows dynos can differ. So at the moment I've got a lot of carbon fibre on it. I didn't want to carbon fibre the bodywork because I actually really like the bodywork, even though it's a real bastard to make sure you don't scratch it. But I've polished these up by hand and they've come out really nice, as I'm sure you could probably see. Yeah, nice and reflective. So carbon fibre bits, I've got like these bits. I still need to get the shark fin, got the hugger, got the sprocket cover, got the air tube, got these little fairing bits down here, got the tank bits, got the bits around the dash, got the air intakes. These were an absolute bastard is the easiest way to put it, because you have to take everything off and they fit from the inside of the nose cone, so you have to take everything off. So that was not fun. Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit on the engine there, as you can see, like the thing's a bit better there. There's a few more pieces I can get. Oh, and these bits here too, got those. A lot of people change these for carbon, but I don't like them. Same as the heel guards, I don't really like the carbon fibre bits of that. The exhaust, so you can see a bit better, let's move back. The exhaust is a TT3, which I don't believe are being manufactured anymore. The guy's kind of just stopped business. He was the one who did all the carbon fibre bits, or sold them. I don't think he made them. But yeah, he's now gone into business with something else. So yeah, so I'm still umming and ahhing about getting a Van Diemen one. If I had the money spare, I probably would have got a Van Diemen by now. I'll probably sell that exhaust on eBay. It sounds really nice. I don't really need to. I'm not going to start it up because I'm in an area which, as you can see, is a little bit, yeah, a little bit countryside. Oh, I also got the seat covers. Got those put on there. Were just put on over the original cover. little bit on the back. So obviously got the tail tidy. Kept the original indicators because I don't really mind the indicators. I'm not really bothered by that. I don't really care. I've even got a full-size number plate on it, even though the heat from the exhaust from there is actually melting the license plate there. It's actually curving the end of it over, so quite interesting. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this from now on. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend more money on on any sort of gearing for it, maybe supercharge the gear, change the supercharged gears. Not really interested in that, to be honest. As I said, I'm not going into numbers, but you know, over 200 brake horsepower easily. You know, they have around 200-ish when they're stock, but over 200 as is actually a lot of power. So if you start going like 230, 240, 250, 260, you've got a lot of power for the road. So I don't think I really need supercharged gear. But my mate has a bike. Dave Wood actually has one, and he's got one of these, and it's got a supercharged gear on it. I think it's only a stage 1, and he said I can have a go on it, so I might be doing that sometime. But yeah, anyway, what I'm going to do, I will start it, but I'm not going to rev it, because I'm not the sort of person that starts up bikes and revs them. Yeah, don't know how much you can hear of me. As you can tell, it's loud. Yeah, got some polishing to do. That was a tiny little blip of the throttle. That was probably a couple of thousand revs, if that. So yeah. So especially to people like Lamb Chops, who has just got a bike like these and still has the stock exhaust on it, if you get a full system, be prepared for them to be really loud. They are a notoriously loud bike. They kick out a hell of a lot of heat, hence the melted plate. Yeah, they're really loud when you're riding them normally, but when you actually get up into the higher rev range, they actually pierce your ears. They're really, really painful. But anyway, as a bike, this is probably still one of my favourite bikes. I hate to say it because it's my own bike, but I still find it really uncomfortable, as are any sort of sport / hyper bike. I think they are all uncomfortable. I'm getting old, I'm 40 now, so but for things like, you know, the mirrors are actually really good, even though they do stick out quite a way. You know, they are kind of like wings. I believe they're supposed to be designed that way, to kind of pretend, like act like they were the wings off the H2R. They're supposed to, I don't know if it's true, supposed to help with downforce. I think that's a load of rubbish with mirrors, but they're kind of shaped like that. They're kind of aerospace sort of design, aren't they? So but yeah, so far I have recorded nearly 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to probably take this home now, because I've given it a bit of a run out, which I'm really, really chuffed about. But while I'm actually on here, before I actually say see you later, just wanted to say thank you for all the recent subs. I'm now, I don't know, I'm close to like 450 now, so thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it, thank you very much. I got quite a few when I went over to the TT. The TT was actually a bit of an issue, because I was supposed to ride my Super Adventure S over to the TT and do on-bike footage of around the Isle of Man. Unfortunately, before we went, it was supposed to be my dad's 70th birthday present to all the boys. Unfortunately, he had an accident, came off of his bike in a national speed limit. His bike seemed to have just, something went wrong with his bike, and he shot off the road and went into a bush, and so he was probably doing about 60 mile an hour straight off the road, straight into a bush. Got thrown off the bike, thrown over a hedge, which is probably a good 8 foot tall, and landed on the other side. His bike was written off. He was okay, but of course once we knew he was okay, the TT was kind of, no one was really interested. But then once he was okay and he told us to go, we just kind of you know, we all kind of lost interest in going and biking, and then my nephews had troubles with their bikes, so we just thought, you know what, forget it, let's just go on as fit passengers, which kind of limited us to what we were doing. But yeah, we still managed to do it. So I've kind of been a bit lax, obviously feeling a bit crap with my dad. Injuries wise, he broke his back, and broke his lower back, sorry, somewhere in his lumbar of his back. And he had a few nasty cuts and bruises, and he broke five or six ribs. I think it was 5. But he's fine. He pretty much walked out of hospital within 2 days, so he's now pretty much just back at work and being his old self. So he was a very lucky man. Anyway, as I said, thank you very much for your subs, recent subs. I really appreciate it, and also the ongoing subs. Thanks for that. This is just really a catch-up video. I hope to be sorting stuff out and doing some reviews or something soon. And hopefully I'll get my KTM GT back soon, because I had to go back because it had an issue with the radiator. They'd never replaced the radiator, so it's gone back, and I'm hoping to get that back soon. So I might even trade it in and get a new bike. So I might keep you posted. You never know what I might get. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for the watching. See you later. Deadbug Davies out. Laters.